You're watching the Bear Dice Club.
Drop it low, bung it slow.
Every
Gross.
time.
Hey, welcome everybody.
Every fucking time. Every time. Without
Hello,
fail.
everybody.
Hello. If you'll excuse us, we're just being idiots. I mean, what
Same.
else is new? But
But time, same but place.
welcome if you are in fact here, and if not, welcome from the past to the future.
I hope it's
Well,
better
know,
here.
Other
in the
people
future.
have been known to watch this on YouTube. As far as I know, I don't have the numbers. Apparently,
We've
Justin's the
I
keeper
think
of
Justin
those.
has the numbers.
It's doing numbers.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? But yeah, welcome back to Feralwood.
We're glad to
Good to see you guys here. We did in fact miss last week's game, but we are back again. If you
can
remember
blame
right,
me.
you
It's not my
guys
fault, but you
done
can blame me
did
anyway.
fought a lot of people in a lot of places and found out some cool stuff.
We don't
I'm on house
Um,
arrest.
Yes, and now El-Anon is under fancy arrest
He's basically Martha
instead
Stewart.
of being terrible arrest.
basically Martha's.
I honestly don't see the difference between you and Martha Stewart.
Yeah, I mean,
He didn't
pretty similar.
perform insider trading. Actually, that's the big difference.
He's older
there.
than Martha, right?
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Quite a bit.
They both look like inside traders.
El-Anon does partake in insider trading, and by that I mean he sells organs on the black market.
I've seen him do it.
The best kind of insider trading.
Oh, I just got that actually. Boo. I mean, yeah, great. It was good, but boo.
Getting off to a good start. But yeah, you guys did some fighting in a kitchen with new fan favorite Guy Inferno.
Dude Inferno.
Dude Inferno, that's right.
You don't even know your own man.
I do not. That is true. Dude Inferno. Well, I get him mixed up with Guy Fieri. I can't imagine why that would happen, though. They're two very distinct
Right?
people,
Dude,
legally
Two
speaking.
very distinct dudes.
Without a doubt.
Guy doesn't have a cauldron that dispels magic.
That's
So
right.
it's just one of the many.
Oh man, that cauldron is so cool. I was so happy when I found that dumb weapon. It is a weapon. You guys can pick it up if you really want to. You could probably find one.
Is it just dispelling? Is it this? Well, I guess I don't.
No,
really
so
know,
what it is it is essentially a battle cauldron that you can load potions into, and then when you hit someone with it, it casts one of the potions.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can put a dispel magic on there because you can't target a single person with it.
Yeah.
Just the anti spell bonk. Hey, you stop it.
You can also hit someone with them and shrink them as well.
Is that like an innate ability, or is it just? Are you talking about like a potion of reduced person? Or,
Yeah, you can load whatever
Yeah.
potion you want in there. So yeah, you can put a reduced person potion in there and like
Yeah.
hit someone so hard they lose like 3 feet.
Yeah.
Neat.
But yes, you guys fought in a kitchen. You fought in an fancy meeting room against a dude who Knox was not a big fan of.
Who would
You
be?
fought. He was a very fancy man, and Knox was not a fan of his fanciness.
The fanciness. It was more the upstuckedness of him.
Yes.
Upstucked.
And there were some paladins and you guys fought them and did some blasphemy against them. Then you also fought a gargoyle in a jail cell, and then released all of the prisoners, which one person was not a huge fan of.
I'm sure not.
And I'm trying to remember which was the last one that you guys did. Or was that all of them? Is there one I'm missing?
No, there's just 3.
No, thought there was 4. Huh? No, yeah, that was 4. Yeah, the kitchen, the meeting room. Oh, yeah, Simon's room and the jail cell.
That's what I said. 3. Okay.
Don't fucking gaslight me. That's a dick move, yo. But yeah, after that,
I'm just telling you that there's 3.
After that, you were told like they think they have the location of the last gem that you guys are going after, and we will join back up a few nights after you guys have finished with El-Anon's jailbreak. So, does anybody think they would have gone to visit El in the meantime? Like, you guys haven't had a whole lot to do. Like, are there any preparations that you would be making?
We're going to a fire or a cold area, or
Yeah, they said, "Hey,
cold.
you're going to want to dress warm for where we're going." That was pretty much the only sort of like heads up they gave you at the time.
Yeah. I know El had a favor of Hab's to contact his bro via sending. So one of the days
Yes.
I would have done that. Whatever the message El gave to Hab's.
Did you write out a 20? Is it 20 or 25 words?
And it's 25.
It's 25 words.
I did not personally write that out, but it'd be something along the lines of need some help. Please track down everything you can about Archmage or Archwizard, whatever you call it, Korvax.
And a few lines
He's
about
asking
that
for like a
it's from
timeline.
El.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He wants a timeline of
okay.
his history and see if he can line it up with the history of Prince Linden and see if there's anything that lines up. Because he's kind of has a theory about, I don't know, maybe Linden's somehow connected to Korvax in some way, and that's how he has so much information about
maybe
these
they're
things.
one and the same. That'd be something.
Don't know,
That'd be
or maybe he
spicy.
just met him at some point. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, if El's interested in Korvax too, there's also a copy. Sheila has a copy of his diary, fully translated, whatnot. So,
yes,
yeah,
you guys did
Habs
copy
would let
that,
you know about that.
and
yeah.
Luckily, it didn't have any incidents for that one. Nobody stabbed their face. Everyone's face came out completely intact. It was
Well, there was a lot of precautions we took with Knox and Habs. And,
okay. This is a weird tangent here, but is it just me, or does Nathan's current look make him look exactly like Hugh Laurie?
A little bit. He's
the hell is
House.
that?
Yeah, you look like
House.
Dr. House. I just realized that.
No, that dude
it's
is
freaking
like
me
so...
out.
Oh, okay.
Diagnose me and call me an idiot.
Eli, does
yeah.
Nathan or does he not look exactly like Hugh Laurie at the moment?
Stubble and being male, I don't know if that is
Yeah,
enough.
kind of fucking weirdly, actually. Like,
No, I see
that
it.
hit me like all at once, and it freaked me out.
like if Hugh Laurie, oh fuck, his forehead isn't Hugh Laurie; it's somebody else. If Hugh Laurie,
He has like longer hair though, doesn't he? House
Your
has
face
longer
is
hair.
a little taller than Hugh's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the
all
other
good.
thing about it is that they never shot him from too high of an angle because he was balding through most of the.
I would say it's
of
like if Hugh
House.
Laurie and
Oh,
Peyton Manning
didn't
had
know
a
that.
fucking baby.
Peyton
That's-
Manning.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of a
Wait.
okay.
Yeah, I
Wow.
guess. I'm just wondering why you
could be.
know
I
Peyton
mean,
Manning.
Nathan's adopted, right?
Yeah, I have mysterious
I mean,
origin
yeah, but
story.
he knows his parents.
For some
Yeah.
reason, me knowing Peyton Manning means it just hits me like, oh, like why would a Canadian know who that guy is? Like we live in caves.
Super
or something.
famous.
No, but I didn't think. I thought Canadians
Like, I don't get
love
global
their
TV.
football in arenas with like walls on them and all sorts of other crazy shit. Footballs
who
play
that-
crazy football. And by that I mean hockey.
Yeah. Hockey be crazy, bro.
No, but yeah, Canadian has an arena football league.
Mhm.
That's the
Yeah,
only
the
thing I know about.
CFL.
That's one of the few
This-
things I know about the
Oh.
far off distant land of Canada.
It's weird that
Mystical
Canada has
land.
football because nobody I don't know. I don't think I've ever met a Canadian that actually watches football.
That's kind of what I didn't think Canadians really liked the NFL all that much. Most of them.
It's not even NFL. Like, we have our own league. It's called the CFL. There's like modified rules and shit.
Yeah.
And I've never I know apparently the Argonauts are pretty good. I don't know anything about anything else about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a
But
badass name.
I feel
It's
like
way better than what we got.
The
We got,
Toronto Argonauts.
Browns
Yeah,
and-
that's better than the fucking Blue Jays. Jesus Christ.
we got like Browns and Bengals.
Well, the Blue Jays
and
isn't a
shit.
football team.
No, they're a baseball team.
Midas.
Yes.
But it's lame names. Lame names. Yeah. Argonauts, though. It's
I'm just listen. If you guys really
They hit
wanted
the nail on the
to,
head with the Argonauts.
if you guys really
Yeah.
wanted to strike fear into the hearts of your opponents, you would name one of your teams the Canadian Geese.
If we wanted to strike hearts into the
Canadian
fear of our
geese.
opponents, again, we would just
Hearts
burn
into
down the
fear.
White House a second time.
I mean,
Yeah.
reset the clock on that one. Anytime that you talk to a Canadian, you always hit the clock every time they mention the fact that they burned down the White House because it's only a matter of time till they mention it again.
At some point, this must be like the 7th time.
That
I've
was
done it.
Canadians.
Yes, that was
it-
like,
Canada.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Didn't know you had.
We
you
also
had
fought
another-
we our only war was actually fought. So America and the U.S. It was
Over beaver
in
toast
some-
or something, right?
yeah, no, it was like in some weird fucking bar in the middle of nowhere, and there was like two generals and they declared war on each other. So technically, Canada and America were at war in this one bar.
Like,
and
generals
Canada won.
can't do
did
that.
he? Did
can
he
they?
insult the
No.
Canadian?
I have
goose?
no idea, man. I have no
Something
idea.
like that, yeah.
This might not even be real. This is just shit that I've heard.
Yeah.
Might all be
Yeah.
Canada like fan fiction, you know? Like the house hippo. Does anyone know about the
Fan
house
fiction.
hippo?
Daddy,
No.
he likes to remove.
Hippo.
Mm. So
Hey guys, we're going to a cold place. Do you think we're going to Fantasy Canada?
so
I hope
I
so.
mean, you are now.
I'll tell this one story and then I'll give it back to Shane. But house hippos, Canada used to have this like series of in the early 90s, a series of commercials that would air during the time of like children's programming. That would essentially be like, oh, you can't believe everything you see, and it would give you like this crazy story. Well, there was this one thing where it was basically like they just cut out like footage of hippos and made it like super miniature,
Mm.
and then basically made a David Attenborough-esque sort of narration of the Canadian house hippo, how it eats the crumbs from peanut butter on toast and makes its bed out of the wool from mittens.
I watched a video on that.
And
once.
it's yeah, it just kind of became this big
Curtis.
thing that a lot of people know about Canada. It's like the super weird thing. But if you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. Just Google Canadian house hippo, and it'll probably be the first option.
I will check it out.
Curtis Connor also did a video on it,
Mhm.
which was kind of funny.
Who's Curtis Connor?
He's a Canadian YouTuber.
Okay. But yeah, so I forget where the fuck I even was.
Well, does L's brother give
Corvax.
us a reply?
Okay, yes.
F-
So for a reply, he sends
he
back.
doesn't have to. He doesn't have.
He doesn't have to, but
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure you probably put something in there about, because I think it automatically tells you who the sender is, correct?
Yeah, and I think Habs might no. Did Habs meet him? I don't think so. I think I was gone. But mentioning L, there's not a lot of people that can cast sendings, so I mean, imagine you generally want to take those messages.
You've talked to him
uh,
before.
I think I have. I think we cast sending or something
Once before to
before,
talk
but,
to him. Yep. To meet up with
Yep.
him.
Yeah.
Initially.
So yeah, he sends you back a message that basically says, doing better, controlling items, may be able to spend some time in city, will check into it and will get back as soon as when possible.
So on like the second day after springing L from his shitty prison cell, I'd relay that to him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when you go in there, like the digs are rather nice. He is stuck in a room, but it is like a room. It has like a 4-poster. There's like furniture in there. There's sort of like a side drawing room that he can go into, like a study almost.
Yeah.
He can request books from the library, and it looks like he's been doing some studying himself into this sort of issue that he's got going on to see what he can find out. I don't suppose you have L's character sheet on hand, do you?
Me? Yeah.
Yes. Do you?
Yeah, I can grab it fast. Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, L is, oh no, wait, yeah, he was totally cured last time.
Yeah.
By
I believe,
the cleric, the shy one or something.
I'll remove
yes,
that.
yeah, she was able to, she just so happened to have it prepared because that was one of the default spells that I set for her. I did not even realize that as I was setting that whole thing up.
That's neat.
Yes. So I looked and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, we can just take care of this now. But yes, if you've got your character sheet with you, go ahead and what knowledge skills does L have?
Arcana, engineering, nobility, planes. Both are
What was
pretty decent.
Arcana? So you can make me a knowledge Arcana check.
31.
31. So
Natty 19. That's good.
that is very good. One of the things that L would immediately know is that by the time somebody reaches the level of essentially arc mage or arc wizard, they tend to become incredibly solitary, and many of them will often spend most of their time in like their wizard tower in like a demi-plane somewhere that they've basically created for themselves.
We do know a guy who does that, yeah.
So yes, it is one of those things where like finding information about him may be difficult depending on how paranoid this guy is. He may have like tried to get rid of a fair amount of information about him. That is something wizards sometimes do. You know that this is sort of a traditional thing because eventually once you gain enough power, people think that you can use it to essentially solve any one of their problems. So a lot of them will just sort of excuse themselves from society and just go about doing their own research,
me
working
the
on their
fuck
own
alone.
projects and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
Come along.
whatever information that you find is probably going to be stuff that is tangentially, like, you're essentially looking for like second or third hand sources. First hand
Mhm.
sources would be very difficult to find. The fact that his journal was in the Underdark may be one of the reasons that it was you guys were able to find it there, because scrying and things are very
It
difficult
was
in the Underdark.
Dual Deem, wasn't it?
Which who?
Dual Deem? The
In
Dwarven
the
City?
library.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That's where we got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Almost Underdark. Just about there.
Yes, almost Underdark. But
Close
it may
to
have
Underdark,
originated
yeah.
from there. Scrying is very difficult down there, so you think
Mhm.
that is a possibility. That it
Okay.
may have been in an area of higher concentration of phase res, which is the magical sort of goo. It's probably a goo. We're gonna go with it's a goo. That sort of permeates the Underdark.
You know, you go deep enough, most things are goo.
Listen, we're all goo on the inside.
It's all goo all the way
I'd,
down.
I'd leave him the diary, Corvex's diary, just in case Sheila isn't around to lend hers. So if Elle wants the original
Okay, yeah.
diary,
Elle will
so
take
he can
his
You could
flip
even
time.
like if you remember, you guys made a copy using magic. You could probably do that as well.
Yeah. Well, I'll give him the original just because to get a better idea of what he's looking, like who he's looking for, because it's like a whole bunch of crazy drawings that go beyond like it'll go several pages, and there's a whole lot of strange things to look at. And,
Yes, it's a lot of like
yeah,
psychotic rambling.
yeah.
It's sort of a mixture of psychotic rambling, um, like incredibly difficult to understand, arcane, what's the word I'm looking for? Calculations and
Mhm.
um, hard to crack codes and whatnot.
Yeah. So
Would
I'd keep the
Druzonic-
copy, and then I'd leave him the original for now, and then maybe
Are
he'll
you? Did you
maybe
say
he'll see
you're making a copy?
No. I think I have a copy, and then I also have the original, and then Sheila has, I think, a cop like a.
Oh, so you
we
guys have made 3
exchange
copies.
notes.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Everything
so
we do
I'd leave
everything in
him the
triplicate. We're
original
known for that.
in the
Okay.
hopes maybe Elle finds something that Sheila and Knox and Habs missed, but
He's going to start
in
constructing
the
a
original.
timeline of try as much as he can of his life and see, and also
Yeah, maybe
get a
even what it's
history
made
of like the royal family
Yeah.
and everything. See if he can make any correlations. He's trying to construct some conspiracy theories, basically, which may or may not be true.
Come
So,
back, and he's gonna have all those pins everywhere with the red string, and
he wants to make
have an
his
extra.
time in confinement as useful to the party as possible, and this is what he
Okay.
can do. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
So,
Yeah.
yes,
Would
that was
Druzonic
one
be
thing.
interested in assisting him through all this?
Who?
Druzonic,
Sword.
his sword, the demon lord.
You
The
and
Dark
Druzonic
Blade.
have kind of a contentious relationship at this point, because you've sort of taken to like not carrying him on your person a lot of times.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where he would probably offer his insight into things, but also ask for concessions from you as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think El-Anon would try to frame it in a way that there would be chance of gaining more knowledge that would lead to power, knowing that that is what Druzonic's main thirst is wanting to, gain more power. And so you think a diary of an archmage would be, archwizard or whatever, would be somewhat interesting to him.
Yes, we will revisit that at a later date.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, any other things that people wanted to do? Did anybody want to like bake like some cookies or something?
Yeah, I can do a survival check for
Probably
that.
not burning.
You don't
it's-
have to bake him cookies. It's just a
it's-
suggestion.
Habs would think that's a great idea because cookies is always a great idea. I don't know.
He's
Food,
not
well,
wrong.
there's profession cook, but
He has
survival, I
profession
think,
cook?
can be- No, I mean there's profession like a cook or something, but the survival I think can also it's more for like I think preparing meat so you don't.
Yeah, that's
with
for
and
so
stuff.
that's more for
Yeah.
just making it edible.
Jerky.
Yes.
Yeah. So I could bring him some super dried out, like hard text kind of break his teeth, kind of cookies. Yeah.
Yes, you
I'll
make
bring
him some bad
him-
cookies, and
Awesome.
here's
I
the
will
thing.
bring him the finest bottle of wine I found in the building.
They'll never go bad.
Oh, God, that is much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah,
Nothing
I
to
get
wash these
wasted.
down with.
Yeah.
So we will say that yeah, you guys spend a little bit of time. Eventually, while you guys are early in the morning, while you guys are kind of getting ready for the day and whatnot, Teresa comes to visit you guys at your house. Over these past few days, things have been kind of rough in the city. There is a curfew in place, but you do still see that there are people out and about during the evening times. You guys are in the merchant district, which has had people sort of like breaking into it. There have been shops that have been like broken into and looted.
Never good. How much did I get from those shops?
Do you think you would have joined in the looting?
He is broke.
I am broke.
Well, I was gonna give Peter and Petor and Stanislav. I was gonna give them a little performance bonus. They just seem like the best damn NPCs anyone's ever had. So, and I,
100%.
yeah. So I would like to deduct
Definitely.
200 gold, 100 for
Oh,
each
shit.
of them. So that puts me at 1,500. 1540.
Is this test? The gold is curse. I try to spend, and it make my worldly desires to be terrible lesson to learn of something. I'm not very good
Oh.
at magic, but I assume that this is some kind of magic test. You are a magic man,
No.
yes?
I am, but gold makes people's lives better, and you've made our lives better by keeping our home safe and not killing
Oh,
people.
is this bounty for heads when you come return? Ah, that make more sense.
No.
Yes, we can collect many more heads if you are looking for bounties.
No,
We
no,
have
no. It's not
so many for
not
you
a
when you
bounty.
no.
It's for protecting the house from looters and hooligans and all those vandal
Yes,
types.
we of course we do. We can would prefer scalps. We can collect the ear, make nice
No.
necklace for you.
No, we don't need any of that. This is on behalf of all of us, and we're glad to have you. And hopefully, I think things are getting worse out there. But
Okay, well
maybe this.
we take, but I tell you, Peter over there, he make very very tasteful ear necklace, fit for going out in the evening wear, very well made.
It doesn't surprise me. You guys are so handy and crafty and can make anything out of anything. And I love your baking as well.
Oh yes, the secret for ginger snaps is put a little extra cinnamon, and strange enough, Seem like I talk what you call moo beast cow shit, but he's not cow shit. Little Cuban.
Human, okay. Habs would probably know what that is because he's from a tropical. I'm pretty
Yes,
sure.
little cumin in ginger snap really bring out flavor.
How did you get
Oh,
from
damn.
cow shit to cumin?
He's
I think
well.
it
He's saying
belongs
it.
to the milk.
You may think that I speak the. He couldn't think of the word.
Common as
so
a
he-
second language.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
he's like, you think I speak the moo beast? What is it? Yes,
Gotcha.
cow
Yeah.
cow shit. It's not
Yeah.
cow shit, but yes,
It's
little cumin
bullshit,
and cookies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Habs will be thinking about that all day. He probably knows what cumin is because he's from a tropical climate, and I believe the plant that it comes from is kind of a tropical area.
Yes. Do not put cumin in cookies. That is a terrible idea.
I was gonna say,
Santi or someone.
put it in curry, not cookies.
You know what? I bet there's some trendy website that is featuring human and cook. I gotta look this
You know,
up. really
we gotta
quick.
find that recipe, and then we're going to feature it on another episode of Cooking with Nerds. Once we get that show going.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Yeah, cumin cookies is totally a thing. It's
No
Indian
shit,
cumin
okay.
cookies. Okay, you're making me hungry now. So,
And now Shane looks like an asshole because he says, "Hey, your civilization, your culture is wrong, India. Putting cumin in cookies. What is wrong with you?"
Huh. Cumin cookies is a thing. All right. Well,
For
fair
so
enough.
long,
can s-
Shane said
I
I
can
was
see-
the racist one, and here he is being racist.
I personally prefer human cookies.
Yeah. To drow cookies? Listen,
that
you
silence
try
is
my
gonna be
cookies,
longer.
barely taste spider.
Thomas.
You barely taste spider.
Just a little.
No, that's
spice.
not true. They would never put spiders in cookies. That would be one. Listen, putting spiders in your cookies is a one-way trip to spider pit.
I don't know, man. You take a toothpick and you take a freshly baked chocolate chip cookie and you draw spider legs from the chocolate chips. That's a fun little Halloween spooky cookie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is a good way to disrespect goddess Loth, and she turned me into drider creature, and I serve her forever in Underdark. But no, I'm not to do that here.
Well, to be fair, Loth does kind of deserve to be disrespected.
Yes, you tried to catch me in trap where I disrespect Loth, and then you cut out tongue, and yes. Yeah.
You do know I'm not a drow matriarch, right? You do know that.
Yes, mistress, of course.
Oh, by crap.
Well, is there anything I can do to serve you today? Would you like manacle me to ceiling?
What? No. Why would I want that?
All right. Well, you of course know where manacles are. I put them in your room.
Why are they?
Please
Take
let
them
me know if you wish me to punish any of. I must say, very lippy man in house.
You see from the background Mrohy buckle over laughing.
Aewen is like blushing heavily. She's like, "What? No one go into my room until I clean out whatever this freak put in there."
What are you doing in there?
I was gonna say, Mrohy would look at Knox and be like, "Yeah, what is there something you want to tell us?"
Sure, you hired drow servants. This is what happens.
I didn't hire him. I don't ever have money.
I don't know how they got here. I just
You
know they're
pitched in.
funny as hell.
You know how they got here. We all do, and we all paid.
No,
for
he
their
wasn't there
salary
when it
a while
happened.
back.
That was Jeff.
I wasn't,
he
there.
wasn't there.
That was Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
of course.
Mrohy was there.
I deny
That's
everything.
that's from the period when Mrohy was having outbursts.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, you've been kind of just hanging out in the city for the past few days. Give me a couple of wisdom rolls.
Wait,
Will saves.
Wisdom saves.
All right. Okay, fine. If you're gonna be like that, I guess.
Unless you're going out to kill rioters every night or something like this.
There are patrols that you could go on.
I mean, I didn't realize that was an option, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah. Listen, whatever it is you want to do.
invisibly.
That'd be cool. Yeah, can we do it like patrols? I guess we could just say I've been doing patrols, and we'll roll for that.
Yeah.
To see how well they went. I cannot get to my fucking actions. How do I get it to show my actions?
Open your sheet
it's a
and go to your
different
saves.
character sheet. Yes.
No, I like on the bar up top, like the quick actions. You know what I'm talking about, where it says like strikes and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
You don't have a token in
How
this.
do I get
scene, though,
that
do you?
to be there? It's yeah, no, I don't have a token in the scene. That's
So
fine.
you can't. So you just open your sheet.
Oh yeah,
So
we're
go
in
to
the
your-
kitchen. We should be on. Sorry, I did not load up the correct
Mansion map.
thing.
Raynor,
I forget
Raynor?
sometimes that the one that I'm looking at is not necessarily the one that you guys are looking at.
Yeah.
God,
Gonna take it to the map.
It's all the
Just-
time.
The worst. There's my shit. All right.
Hey, there we go.
What do you want me to roll?
That is a very good question. Which skill do you think you should be able to use for going out on patrol?
Well, I mean, if I'm going out with the intention of like getting into as many fights as possible to appease my chosen deity, I would assume.
Well, here's my question. Are you out there trying to get into fights, or are you out there trying to keep the peace?
Well, no, keep the peace for sure, but more like covert, sort of, not covert, but like, hey, go take this guy out because he's like, I guess bounties. Is that a thing?
You know what? Give me a sense motive then.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're trying to like suss out who might be malcontents and what have you.
Yeah, I would say so. Damn.
Not bad. All right, 24. Yeah, you're able to find like some people who are kind of loitering around and doing some stuff. You managed to find a few places where you're able to like bust in, crack some heads, and definitely lead to some arrests, which is strange given your previous activities in the last few days.
I want the camera to go black, white, and film grainy, and Mrohy to be in a trench coat and a fedora.
Yeah, but now I
These
would
mean
assume
streets.
I would assume if they led to arrests that I would be conducting what would be known as I guess in the real world police brutality.
Oh god. Excessive force.
Like, here's the thing. I think the way that you would do it is, yeah, you would get in there and crack skulls, but
Right.
do you think you would necessarily be killing people?
I don't think that's necessary, right?
Probably not, but yeah, you'd probably be in there like kicking head.
he really only cares if I'm in battle, right? So like battle is just like a fight. So I mean, like as long as they're
Yeah,
defeated,
like you're in there punching people with your gauntleted hands,
yeah,
and
fucking just swinging on people.
yeah,
The old
You just
one-two.
pulling.
yeah, like
vigilante justice.
Mrohy has found a constructive outlet for his aggression.
I know it's kind of crazy, right? We honestly didn't know we'd ever get here. We went from tantrums to the point where he was being rolled down a hill in a ball. To this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah,
Character
and I
development.
think here's the thing: is I think Maury's actually having kind of a killer time doing it. Like
little boys growing up.
he's
You know,
like
what,
he's very
bro?
much in his element. Like he's usually at home on a battlefield, but
Hmm.
here he's still able to kind of like give orders and kind of control fights and like do what he would normally be doing. It's just on a smaller scale than what he's normally used to doing it.
For sure.
All right. So that being the case,
Now, is there a? I mean, he could do this for free. It doesn't matter. But is there a monetary
A monitor?
A monetary reward.
Monetary.
Oh, monetary.
Like I assume
you
these
know
are
what?
like bounties,
I
right?
will say that with your roll, yeah, you have made a decent amount.
The golems, the people you knock out, or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the silver.
You've managed to make
56
56
whatever.
gold pieces, which is
Wow.
not.
That is not shabby.
Not unhefty.
Yeah.
And how many people would you say I have arrested? Or
So like I said, you've managed to find a couple of like underground meetings and stuff like that. So I would say probably a good
I'm a little boy B. Hey, big boy. You hungry?
like
Sure.
maybe almost 30 people, something along there.
holy shit. Maury's a fucking machine, bro.
Well, here's the thing: is Mrohy wasn't. I don't think Mrohy would have done that himself, but I think he
No.
would have like been able to like call in guards and and like I said, he's kind of leading the troops, sort of a thing.
Right, gotcha.
And I mean, they're more than willing to work with you. They've worked with him. They worked with you before on the hostage
The
situation.
raids.
So
And I think there was a raid too,
Either
or
way,
something.
yeah, the raid was the hostage situation.
Didn't we kill everyone there? Oh no!
Well,
no,
you
no,
killed
no, no,
most
no,
of the
never mind.
hostage takers.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do remember that. Yeah.
I do remember the murder. Yes.
The murder was a big thing.
Did
Did
Yeah, if
already-
you remember, it was a bunch of people from Monster Town that were like, "Hey, we're fed up with the treatment that we have." So yes, I will say that we've kind of gotten what you guys are all doing.
Would Aewen be able to find some sort of outreach program for like the refugees, people disenfranchised by the attacks?
Yeah, actually. So there are some places that you can help. For example, let me see here. My brain, it has been destroyed by
Also remind the whole party here. We were supposed to also start a church of Lystria. At some point.
I believe El-Anon was supposed to start a church
And
of
now
Calistria.
he's stuck. So I think El would have reminded the party, hey, my hands are kind of
Listen, there's
tied here.
plenty. Hey, listen. There's plenty. You're in the castle. You're in the place you would need to be to talk to people about doing this.
Okay, then I can roll some diplomacy rolls.
Do your
see
clerical
what can
duties.
happen there.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
That would be number
listen,
one priority.
Listen.
Corvax comes later.
if there's one group of people you don't want to piss off, it's people whose goddess is all about, yo, you know what's pretty sweet? Vengeance. That stuff fucking kicks ass.
So an entire civilization of Batman.
Like way hornier Batman though.
I am vengeance.
Have you seen? There are certain comic series where Batman is mad horny.
You know what? That's true. All right, yeah, I would say that you make some pretty good progress. Like you're like, hey, Calistria, we get some elves in this place. They will probably bring some trade and whatnot.
Mhm.
Probably not a bad idea.
Ain't no elves, they're pretty. Ain't gotta look at all these uggos around here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sorry. My whole shit has been ruined by Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm having trouble remembering gods and goddesses from their Faerun counterparts.
Did I tell you I made Mrohy in Baldur's Gate 3?
Yes. Well, Sawyer actually made Knox in Baldur's Gate as well.
It's fucking
See what I mean, Shane? You go far enough down, it's all goo. Your brain's goo. The Underdark is goo.
Gotta find the goo.
It's goo all the way down, man.
Power Rangers was
but yes.
goo. I guess that was
like
ooze.
for those people that have been like injured or displaced, the local Church of Sarenrae has been doing a lot to help them.
Mhm.
The local Church of Eomade has been sending out patrols, although there's only so much they can do. Because I mean, like it is just the one church, but they are trying to help keep the peace as best as possible. There are different areas of towns, like there are some people that are attempting to help with. If you remember, there's sickness spreading through the slums, as well as starting to make its way through the upper areas as well. So you could try and help with dealing with some of the sickness.
I am so sorry, Shane. I will have to be right back.
Okay. But we'll take care of that in just a second. What I will say is we'll do that after we are done with everything else. After you guys spend a few days doing your thing, let's get rid of all the actors that are unnecessary at the moment.
Sorry about that.
Well, actually, since you're back, yes. So there, you can help deal with sickness. One of the things you know is that Monster Town, the section where all of sort of the monstrous races are relegated to, has been essentially like they've built barricades around it because of people wanting to do violence against them.
Fair. I think Aewen would try to help with the medical problems.
Medical problems?
Because that's what she like really first saw when she first got to town. Like the conditions were horrible, and she felt like nearly sickened by the conditions people were in.
And I think Bernie would go with you to do that too, since that's kind of his whole shtick. Is he's a wandering healer, going from place to place to help with that. So he's got a whole bunch of lay on hands to use each day. And,
instead of a blue healer, he's a red healer.
He's a red healer.
Yeah. So I would say if you guys want to make me some heal checks, you can definitely do that.
You got it, Kimosabi.
Yeah. I think he kind of feels like he connected a bit more with Aewen, and he doesn't feel like interested in getting to know the other ones quite as much yet, but it's only a 12. But
us Ginger Snap gotta stick together.
Yeah, Team Ginger Snap. Yeah, they did pretty well.
Yeah,
team,
whatever sickness is happening to you guys, to these people, you guys aren't super sure about. Really all you are able to do is to try and make these people comfortable, but they are suffering from like wide arrays of different effects from whatever this sickness is.
Yeah,
really just diseases born of ruined infrastructure.
Are we all in the same area?
I don't know. Where do you guys think that you would be trying to heal people? Slums,
I'm sure there's
or
medic stations set up. I think Aewen would just try to find one of those.
Anywhere Bernie could also kind of keep a low profile because he's kind of being hunted by the Thieves Guild right now, as well. Just be
I guess
careful.
if we were going to medic tents or whatever, I'd go with you guys. I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
Sure.
Well, I thought you were doing the patrols, though. Or
is
there enough?
Is that at the same time? Never mind then.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I imagine that would probably be at around the same time.
Right.
I imagine Knox is just like chilling out. He's like, yo, why are you guys working so hard?
No, I was looting, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Other side of the coin of Mrohy. Avoiding him.
Yes. Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second. So, yeah, you guys are not really able to figure out how to deal with this. If you remember right, one of the things that you guys found out down in the sewer is that the roots down there seem to be delivering some sort of like negative energy around. And yeah, like the symptoms that people have are like wild and varied. Like some people have like brain fog going on. Some people seem to be getting like tremors. They can't really like, a lot of like artisans aren't able to do fine work like they usually do. Some people are just fatigued. Some people have like fevers and are presenting like being actually sick.
That lady's got a wart.
What did you roll there, bud?
Nothing.
Okay.
I have. Let's see if I have. I think I have removed disease.
What are you doing?
I think I have it
Put
as a
his boots in?
mercy, actually. Let me take a look.
Okay, hug. Yes.
Hi, Desmond.
Mercy. Okay, sickened and diseased are my mercies.
Very cool.
So as I like heal people, they would also get, if they're suffering from being
Guess we're
sickened
done
or
with
diseased,
this.
they can also.
As you lay your
yeah.
hands on people, it does make them feel a little bit better, but does
You
not
girls don't
improve
touch
their
me.
condition.
All right.
Is it still being exposed to the negative energy or something, or the water? Or whatever
It seems like whatever it is not actually a disease.
Okay, let me see if I could use a spell, Restoration Lesser. I think that's a paladin spell. It is paladin level 1, actually. I could try that. Did that seem to do any good?
Yes, actually, when you do that, that seems to one of the people that you're working on was like absolutely fatigued, like barely able to sit up out of bed, and after you do that, they are able to like sit up and finally like eat some food by themselves and even like go for a walk.
Okay. I think Alabaster also has some things he can heal on a more limited basis, but a more range of different things. Things that I can't, which is kind of balanced well. Restorative Touch. Can remove dazed, fatigued, shaken, sickened, or staggered once per day.
That one does not seem to help at all.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys go around, you make people more comfortable. You're able to like actually relieve people's symptoms, which people are amazed about. Not many people have been able to do that so far.
Mm-hmm.
Aewen's just playing nurse.
Yes.
She has no idea what the hell she's doing.
Aewen is there
Eye
playing
candy
nurse.
or something.
She's also like a lot of the people are like just very happy to have you around to like talk to. You're very cheerful and are kind of like lifting up the mood a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
helping.
well, it literally like
I'm
Aewen really had no idea what to do to help. She just knew she had to be doing something, and so she just kind of chose
You
this.
can appeal to people with your like diplomacy and whatnot.
But I think yes. Yeah, you guys okay, so as far as Knox goes, as far as the looting goes, you tell me, how are you keeping from getting caught while looting?
Ring of invisibility.
There's currently a bounty
Ring of
out on
invisibility.
Jeff.
All right.
Of course.
So I
No, he
guess
just-
make
he
me
just
a
keeps-
stealth check while
he
you
just-
are busy looting and whatnot.
He just paints on the scene of his crimes. Jeff was here. Catch me
So
if you can.
actually, here's the thing. I want you to make me a stealth check for not getting caught, but I also want you to make me a knowledge local check to see if you know when, because one of the biggest things for looting is you got to get in there early when all the good stuff is still there.
And you got to
All
get
right.
out before anyone else shows up. Before the 5-0 gets there.
Did you ask Al if you could borrow the haversack while he's confined?
I would imagine El would let you guys borrow the haversack.
Yeah, he would have.
Knox,
I'm saying Knox
Knox
to
would
make
just
sure
say,
he
"Why would
was
I?
the one
Why would I
holding
want
it.
your bag? Why would I want your bag?"
He knows what that thing's capable of. Or his specific.
Okay,
It doesn't
that's
make any
the
noise,
knowledge
and
local.
it can carry a lot. Yeah, I mean, it'd be a really valuable bag for a thief to have, for anyone
Whoops.
to have. Really.
Crap.
But
Sorry.
Mhm.
Rather
Just not
handy
clicking the right
tool.
buttons. There we go.
I think it'd be funny
yeah,
is
he
if
should have a
Knox had it.
Pathfinder pouch. Yeah.
Aewen does not. She was not there. For yours.
I would say Knox is able to not get caught. There are a few instances where, I don't think things become invisible until they're placed like within a container that's on you, sort of a deal. I think there's maybe a couple of close calls where people are like, "What the fuck?"
I want to know how many Lupin the Third moments there are.
There's a fair few. In all, because you were doing crime, I think you are able to pull up, we will say 82 gold pieces worth of loot.
Crime. It pays.
But this is not in gold pieces. This is in things like jewelry and other things.
It's non-liquid
need it.
assets.
Okay.
Jewelry, probably like some uncut gems.
He's got to find a fence.
Yes. So this might be something that you could trade with people, but might depend on how it is they are willing to let you spend it.
We pissed off the Thieves Guild recently, didn't we? Or something? Like we escaped
A
from
little
them?
bit, yes.
Okay.
You said how
Well,
much
we're
was it?
about to leave
82
town
gold?
anyway.
82 gold pieces worth of
Ill-gotten
Put it in
gains.
my weighted currency.
Now,
So
there we go.
Can I roll to see if I would? He's already gotten away with it, obviously. So I'm not. I don't want to roll to see if I would have got him. But can I roll to see if I would have heard
his MO?
Give me an opposed deception and insight check.
if I saw Mrohy while I was invisible, I would pants him. So
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, man. Habhab's a bad influence on you, Knox.
If you were able to pants him, if you were able to undo his armor and pants him, that would be an incredible feat.
what would you say the sleight of hand check would be on that?
No, deception and insight.
I don't. What are you talking about? I don't see either of those.
You're making an insight check. Or not insight. Fuck. Sense motive. Goddamn Baldur's Gate.
Thank you.
Fucking thing.
What is this?
Baldur's Gate has ruined me.
Shit.
He's
ruined. What is the deception I'm doing? Sleight of hand.
You're trying to be like,
What I'm saying
I
is
imagine
there's
it's
no
just you going
deception
around the
button.
house with like sacks full of loot and Mrohy being like, huh, looks like he's been busy.
Bluff. You want bluff.
Bluff, yes, not deception. Like I said. Oh yeah. Mrohy, you see him like just walking through the house with like a big bag with a candelabra sticking out of the top, and you're just like,
Is there a dollar sign?
what he's been up to?
Yeah, I'm just like, you can't look.
Christmas
gifts.
Christmas gifts. Yeah. The Clutchmas gifts, right?
I
They're
was
clutch
a dirty
gifts.
criminal that was spoiled by my own roommate.
Where do you stash your goods, Knox?
Oh, Clutchmas.
I just throw them in the closet. I mean, like,
He hides his
Oh,
goods.
all
I have
right.
a locked closet. It can only be opened with Thieves' tools.
Yeah, I think you see him
Is
being
he-
like, well, be careful while you're out shopping. I don't know if you've seen it, but boy, there's a lot of looting and rioting going on out there. Would hate for you to get
Yes.
involved with something like that.
That would be crazy.
Isn't
man.
Knox's door like broken and you have to like lockpick each time you open and close it anyway?
Yeah.
I think for his bedroom.
I
Something
do
like
believe
this?
Knox intentionally broke his lock so that he would be the
Yeah.
only one to be able to get in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that fun fact.
How does Mrohy get in there then?
Carefully.
Doesn't. I don't think. I don't think any of us do.
Knox has to let him in.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to break down the door. And listen, Maury, you
Oh.
can't keep replacing doors. It's starting to eat into the party's profit.
It's starting to eat into Knox's drinking money, and we
Maury
all
is
know they can't have
devastated
that.
by this news of their door financial situation. From what he was aware, the doors were covered by insurance. He didn't know that they were coming out of the party funds. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's a little
All these
shocked by this
years.
news.
All these years, Shane's
Oh,
been
wait.
deducting.
That's right. I've been keeping track.
Maury had no idea.
It's like
He assumed they had fucking like Allstate or something for doors.
You're in good hands.
yeah,
man.
it's sort of like in
Oh.
Thor. Their mug budget got like just outlandish after a while, and they're like, "You can't keep smashing mugs every time you finish a drink."
Right.
I like it. Another.
But yes, eventually, as the time goes on, Teresa
goes by.
comes to your guys' house. You see outside as she's talking with Stanislav. She has Kayla and Sheila with her. Sheila bows to her at the edge of the gate for you guys and walks off without her, and just Kayla and Teresa
Can I
come
wave
in
at
to
Sheila?
visit you guys.
As she's leaving.
Yeah, you wave.
Can I give her a big dorky wave?
Yes, you give her a big dorky wave. She does. Give me a perception check.
Perception.
How do you roll a
What is that
D2?
under?
I know what you mean. Wait.
You just you slash R DC. Flips a coin.
You have to tell me
Is
what
this
Yeah.
a
it is.
perception or insight?
That was perception.
Okay.
I'm not scared of anything.
Yeah, you
I
see
don't
her.
notice anything.
Yeah, you see her. You wave
Shark?
and just kind of see her like walk off.
The gardens of precious
Okay.
necklace. We get it, sell it,
Um,
and leave it alone.
All right,
Somebody
Aewen does
watching
see them
something?
approach.
Your band found it first, buried the necklace on the shore, near the terminal. And they
He was
poured
watching German stuff.
Water rises.
What is
Now the necklace
happening?
may as well belong to the site.
Water
Who's
rises.
listening to
Basically,
Water
that
Rises?
Yeah, I heard that too. That was very distinct.
Have we been
That's
hacked?
coming from Nathan's.
Amelie's playing Assassin's Creed. The Greek
Oh.
one, whatever that.
Is that the
one's
newer
called.
one, the newest one, or whatever?
I can't keep them straight because they're
I
not
can't
numbered. But
either.
Odyssey was the Greek.
it's one of the
Yeah,
newer
It's
ones.
slash
I don't know.
R, not R slash.
Yeah, well, I guess also there's a space between the R and the PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aewen sees Teresa approach. If it was an odd number, she was going to be out back with Kras, watching him make explosives.
But yes, you guys.
Bernie probably get a
She
kick out of
meets
that
up with
too.
you guys. And she sort of asks you, yes, it's nice to see you all. I hear you've all been keeping a rather low profile, which is, I'm going to be quite honest, very odd and bordering on concerning for what I know of your group.
Aewen has
We
this,
don't like being in
little-
jail.
Aewen
Since I'm
has
being
this
haunted
little-
at the moment, it seemed like a good idea.
You can't prove anything.
Aewen has this creepy
Those-
little gremlin smile. on
Those
her face,
responses
"It's
make
because
me
we've
feel
been doing
much better.
crimes."
Yes. I was I was afraid you might be planning something.
Well, that's crass. He's got a whole bunch of barrels and fuses and.
Yeah, he keeps muttering about some 5th of November date. I don't know what he's on about.
Like, all this
Huh.
time he's been like stockpiling
Do
in
you
our cellar.
remember the 5th of November?
Well,
The gunpowder
that.
treason and plot.
Oh yes, I haven't spoken with him in a while. How
He's
is
talking about
the?
this guy.
Well, Crass was
Busy.
always an apt name for him.
He
Spending a lot of
is
time in a derelict railroad rail yard here.
he is
Um,
loud and lots of fun. Also seems angry at something, but I'm not sure what. I don't think he really knows.
well, interesting. That being the case, I do believe we may have a location for the next gem that you're looking for. Like I said, it will require some warm dress, although that is a bit of an understatement.
I don't think adventuring in a dress works well, Teresa.
That was dumb. What you just said was dumb.
Yeah, I do that.
She's like, listen, I'm sorry, I wouldn't usually be so harsh, but this situation has been stressing me out a bit.
Oh, if you go talk to Stanislav back there, he does a surprisingly good massage. Wasn't super fond of him giving one, but he does very good work.
You see, he pokes his head out from behind, from like the kitchen. He's like, "Yes, I know many different types of massage, and I can do acupuncture, very accurate, even from other side of room." You see, he pulls out a needle and throws it, and like traps a fly against the wall. Very accurate. Is necessary when you are chained up, and yet mistress also still wants acupuncture treatment. He is like, I cannot come to you. She say, you better do, or I break all fingers and then make you do.
Aewen shakes her head a little bit, and she goes, and she just mouths, "Say no to the acupuncture."
I'm going to decline all of it, though.
I gotta say, I
Thank
don't know
you.
what shithole you crawled out of, but I'm glad I haven't been there.
Oh, this is wonderful place. You know Drow, yes? It's a very good place to visit.
Mm.
Home country, I love. Great
Yeah.
delicacy is ghoul stew. Many undead delicacy down there.
How accurate is he?
Yes.
If I say drink me and just put my hand up, will it fly across the room and land in my hand?
If you want to drink an acupuncture dart.
It's just
You've
adjusting
tried it
for weight.
before. He's pretty accurate with a lot of things, but he tends to do better with living things than non-living things.
Fair enough. It's just
So-
I'm like, drink me, and it just hits the wall. It just completely misses.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Yes. As far as that goes, if it's not a weapon, for whatever, he seems to not do very well with it. So yeah, you're like, drink me, and you just see a bottle of beer fly out from the other room and just hit the wall, and just suds pour down the stonework. Oh, that was right to you. You got to have the quicker hands.
Knox,
Knox wasn't even looking. He just had his hands up in the air, and it just completely missed.
Knox, that's like the 3rd time this week you've tried that. You know it's not going to work.
He'll get it. He'll get it. One of these days he'll get it, and it'll be so cool.
You see, he comes out and he bows to Aewen. He's like, I'm sorry, mistress. I can put on big clothes and roll around in glass and spill until I clean up.
What? No, just get a broom and a dustpan. Clean up the glass and mop up the beer. Not like your whole self. Use tools.
Okay, I save glass for later, for if you wish.
No, get rid of the glass.
Okay, all right. I can tell you have something interesting planned for Stanislav later.
Aewen just mutters to herself, "Is this what my mom had to deal with? This sucks."
Why did your mom spend some time in the Underdark?
No, it's just she feels like she's just taking care of an idiot child, and she's starting to recognize the way her face sits is about how she remembers her mom whenever she was doing dumb shit.
Yes. You see, he also comes out to Teresa, and Kaylee's like, "Yes, mistress. As guest, I am here to offer you anything you wish. I can, like they say, I can do massage, I can cook or bring drink, or if you like, you can take me upstairs and halfway."
What?
Aewen blushes furiously.
Kayla turns
Is that what you've been doing this whole time with them?
an equally like just scarlet.
Suddenly faces match
red.
hair.
And he's like, so would you like? I can provide. You see, Kayla's actually the first one to go. I think I could use a drink.
I think we need to have a conversation.
It's like, all right, and he just runs into the other room, and you see another beer sail out the door.
Aewen's gonna make an acrobatics check to try to catch this.
All right,
before it makes another fucking mess. Shit.
Oh.
You dive for it like an outfielder and just fucking slips right through your fingers.
So now she's covered.
Teresa just kind of standing tall, sort of unperturbed by this whole like shenanigans going on, kind of like looks down at you and just goes, "Truly tragic." Anyways,
I think I'm just gonna stay under the table here for a little while.
Mrohy pulls out 2 tankards.
One of these days.
And casts create alcohol and creates beer for both him and Knox, and then gives him one.
Stanislav brings out some wine for Kayla, and you see her immediately grab the glass, just downs it, grabs the bottle out of his hand, and just pours another drink. She's like, "Whew, oh, this is how you guys live." Okay.
Aewen goes, "Hey, look, an Irish rose."
I didn't know about the prostitution until just now, and we're gonna have a conversation about that.
It's not prostitution. Listen, you only do for matron and guest.
It's not prostitution.
It would be rude for matron. Listen, it would be rude for matron not to offer slave up for whatever guest wish.
Offer services of
Let
flesh.
the man
You
be
can
in his
also
game.
take me upstairs. Like you have your way. I mean, you can do whatever you want. We can do beatings, or I can do massage, or we can do. I'm very well trained in how you say mouth pleasures.
Oh God!
You see, Kayla just immediately drains the glass again.
It's no prostitution. I make no money off.
Is this? I would look to the other members of the party and be like, is this? Are we accessories to a crime? Is this a crime? Are we committing a crime?
Accessories.
By
Not today.
you see
I
Teresa
believe
go.
you came here for a reason.
By my estimation, several already. Like truly a staggering amount.
I think the thing I was trying to get
You
at
can't
is,
prove anything.
are we okay with being a whorehouse now?
He's like I say, it's not horror. It's only for matron, and you see he gestures to for matrons, and you see gestures to Aewen and Sam and guest.
Aewen, still under the table, goes, "Don't include me. Go back to the other room. You're making things worse."
For matron.
All right.
Aewen.
I expect punishment later then.
Aewen matron.
If it didn't seem like you're getting pleasure out of it,
Yeah, you're into freaky shit, dude. I like you, but you're into freaky shit.
Aewen finds the courage to climb back out from under the table. So, you said you found the gem, Teresa. I regret bringing Stanislav into this conversation.
Well, I do appreciate that you haven't lost the ability to feel shame. And I do feel that that is the appropriate response to this situation. So thank you.
We'll get her there one day, though.
Aewen's eye twitches at her holier-than-thou approach.
Knox is doing this all with like a book over his head. He wasn't reading it. He just needed to block out some light. So
he's entirely like hungover.
he's not really hungover. He's just well, we're at home. I'm relaxing, man. I didn't expect company.
Okay. So she's like,
Long night of looting.
Well, yes. Well, I would like to invite. Well, I was going to discuss it here, although I don't know if Kayla's going to be able to make it back to the castle if we spend much more time here. So, would you like to come with us?
More than anything.
So we head to the castle, then?
Aewen's gonna run upstairs and change clothes real quick because she is covered in beer.
Yeah. You go ahead and do that. Stanislav sees that you guys are leaving and, offers to if whether or not they would like any sort of parting gift. He's like, if you like, you can take well, usually traditions say non-essential body piece, like ear or nostril or what have you. Please do not take any digits with you, as I will need them for serving mistress.
Aewen's like all but shoving these two out the door, blushing again.
All right, well,
Knox, right before we're completely out the door, I'm going to stick my hand out back in the door and scream, "Bear me!" one more time. If it hits the wall, it hits the wall.
If it hits somebody.
Jesus Christ. A passing a passing merchant moving a cart catches a beer bottle to the dome piece as a beer sails out the door and just smashes into his face.
We just hear out on the road.
Your hands need to be quicker. I keep saying.
It's not my hands, it's your throat.
It was just glaring hard.
Teresa
at Knox
walks over, lays hands on this guy, and is like, usually this would require at least a little bit of coin for restitution, but I'm not about to hold my breath. That's what I thought. So
Knox is already invisible.
Knox, she pulls a few gold pieces out of her pouch and is like, "Sir, I am truly sorry for the antics of these people. I would, if at all possible, avoid traveling on this street, specifically on this block, if you can. Usually the safest. It might take a little bit longer, but I can assure you that it will be a safer route."
Aewen is disliking Teresa more and more as she's doing this whole holier than thou approach. Just like actively. Ow!
And she's like covering her bullshit. I mean, she
she literally
Messy.
just told a guy it's not safe to be around this house.
It
which, to be
isn't.
fair,
It
is
isn't.
demonstrably unsafe.
That is
Absolutely.
With that being said, Aewen finds that her friends are being insulted and is not happy about it.
I was thinking it. She said it.
Yeah, you guys make your way to the castle. You meet up in sort of a planet, like essentially a meeting room, somewhat like the one that Knox was in. You see some maps, some like plans and whatnot drawn up. She kind of shows you. She's like, well, you see that there is an area circled far to the west and the east, sort of nestled, not to the west, to the northeast. There is a circle, sort of like in the mountains up there. The Daggerspine Mountains do kind of like curve up northeast from where you guys are at the moment. And from there is another circle that is much farther north from that. You see that she tells you, so this is going to be quite the expedition. We're going to be relying on your friend Sam here to hopefully be able to take us to an area. We considered using teleport, having you teleport us, Mr. Habhab, but this far north, any mistake could lead to it's going to be very cold, and the landscape does not always have well-defined landmarks. So if we are off by even slightly, we could end up in a place where we would be essentially wandering the tundra.
Speaking of which, Shane, did we already go searching for cold weather gear?
No, you guys haven't done so yet.
Habs has some, and I think Knox might have some too.
Before we leave, Aewen will have done so, but
yes,
just let me know how much that costs.
It's like 8 gold or something.
It's not too bad.
Question, Shane.
Yes.
Would there be a way to have something made that would fit under my existing armor that would make it cold weather gear?
The cold weather gear can go over your armor.
Oh, can it?
It's like parkas and stuff. It's not
It's like furs and
yeah.
Oh, I see.
So you can, yeah.
He's just looking for the
it's
Norseman fur armor.
I think it was more about like the aesthetic of it, to be honest.
Yeah. So the outfit includes a wool coat, linen shirt, wool cap, heavy cloak, thick pants, and boots. Cool. And it gives you a +5 circumstance bonus on fortitude saving throws against the cold weather.
Oh, okay.
When Aewen's wearing pants, they're always thick pants.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
There might be like something fancy with like endure elements and permanency, but that would be way more expensive.
That would be crazy expensive.
Thousands of gold pieces at a minimum.
Do we,
that's even possible.
I found a companion cold weather outfit, which is for animals. Can we get Alabaster a little?
Alabaster's gonna wear a coat.
I saw that too.
It's 15 gold pieces though.
I think it's more than like a human one. I think it's 8.
Yeah, because it's got to be
the human
tailor
one's
made.
8.
Yeah.
Why is a fucking cat sweater cost twice as much as my coat?
Because
You've seen the women buying them now.
because it requires them to make it to your specifications instead of like they know how to do they could probably mass produce human ones to an extent.
Sweatshop era. Yeah.
You know, as humiliating as this would be and how tickled I'll be by it, I'll just put you in my pocket, all right?
Do you have a companion pouch?
I imagine so. Is that something I have to buy?
Yes.
Companion pouch?
Get him like a pink parka or something. Just really gaudy looking.
I don't see it in like items. A familiar pouch, is that what it's called, probably?
Might be a familiar pouch, yes.
All right, I'll figure it out. Buy it if I need to.
Familiar satchel is exactly what it's called.
Ah.
This armored case provides total cover to
25.
any tiny or smaller creature contained within it. It includes air holes, which can be plugged with a cork stopper if you need to go underwater, and 2 receptacles for food and water. That is 25 gold.
Yeah.
There's nothing about cold resistance, though, right?
There's nothing there about that, but I would add, if you would like to, I could, I would allow you to add a few more gold onto there to essentially cover it in fur.
Mm-hmm.
But Alabaster's already covered in fur.
But it does give total cover to the familiar.
Mm-hmm. All right. You said a few gold pieces?
I would say I would let you do 4 gold pieces, which is half the cost of what it would be to get a pair of a set of cold weather gear for a person. Essentially, this just requires you to wrap the thing up in like hide or fur or something else.
Cool.
Ooh,
possibly
Versace.
probably line the inside with fur as well. Like essentially you're just putting insulation on the thing. So
Insulated
29
familiar
gold
satchel.
altogether for the familiar satchel and the cold weather outfitting.
Is that why it gives the familiar total cover? Because it's
Yes, because
covered in hide?
it's essentially an armored satchel that you like carry with you.
No, I thought it was because it was covered in hide.
Insulated.
You want to laugh at that one?
You know,
Look at you.
I do. You know what? That's fair. I give you that one. So, yes, she says, we're going to be stopping here, and then I happen to know a place fairly far to the north, and well, from there we will be, well, depends on whether you would like my help or not, but you will be making your way north to where we believe the gem is located.
It's like a base camp, kind of like a wherever her place is that she has.
Yes. She says, I can hopefully provide you with a location of a tree that you can use, and you should be able to excuse me, make your way from there. Although if you need success, that is up to you how you would like to do so.
So what? We're about to set off to base camp, or is she just giving us this information?
She's like, she's just letting you know. She's kind of giving you an idea of where you're going to be going. Oh yeah, you guys are now located up here in the castle proper.
Whee!
Is there a castle?
So she's kind of like laying out the idea of what you guys are going to be doing for your next trip. She's like, if you need time to prepare or get supplies, I would personally recommend making sure you bring food with you. You don't want to be caught out there without food. The cold can do awful things to you, and you want to make sure you're prepared. Anybody who wants to can make me a. Let's see here, actually. So first of all, let's go with knowledge geography or knowledge. Oh, let me see here. I would say knowledge nature.
And those. Yeah, I think
I would
Sam
say
should
knowledge
have
nature,
at
though.
least
That's
one of
crazy.
those.
She does have
Nature. Well, maybe not.
She actually has both. Yeah, not a great roll. Anybody else have either one of those?
Nope, Sam.
Sam is the
Got
only
survival. That's all I got.
one. They are not able to glean any. She's not able to glean any information off of
Dimitri
what was
pops his
rolled
head
there.
in.
I have dungeoneering.
Who are you?
I think that's and local.
I'm familiar with mountainous regions. Can I do knowledge local?
So do we need to bring like a cart
Actually,
with us? Or
that
do-
is a very good point. I will let you do knowledge local for this.
Hey,
LMAO.
Nat 1,
You can get, like, a cart.
You know what?
Keeping up his
I
good
will tell
rolls.
you can always use your hero point for this session.
nah, that seems like something I would roll a nat 1 on.
Are you as acquainted with mountainous regions as Knox would be?
Probably not.
Bernie travels, right?
Yeah, he's been all over the land and stuff. I don't know if he spent a lot of time in.
Here's the thing: is that Knox grew up in mountainous regions, though.
Yeah, I grew up in a mountainous
Yeah.
region, so
He obviously
I
didn't pay
mean,
attention.
they're more isolated, and he's a healer. He needs
Right.
people to heal. They're not.
Sem's going
There's
to
no
use
reason
her
for
hero
that.
point.
during that time.
Sem's going to use her hero point, and yes,
wait,
that
wait,
actually
wait.
will pass the
never
vibe
mind.
check.
Maury's from a cold area, isn't he? Like some
Yeah, I
sort
was-
of.
He is, but he doesn't know
Wasteland.
anything like geography or anything like that.
Well,
Yeah, he's only got
yeah,
knowledge, engineering,
yeah.
and religion.
Yeah.
Sem
Oh.
is like, oh, the doggy you turn into. That's from up near there, in those mountains and stuff. Yes, it's called an adlet.
That's what my guess was. Yeah.
Those creatures are quite common up there. That is true.
Like anything like gnolls? I've seen them before once or twice.
What?
Are they anything like gnolls?
No, not quite. They are much more
Bestial.
they are somewhat tribal, but they're not nearly as spiteful and cruel as one would expect a gnoll to be. They don't like anyone moving into what they consider their lands, and would sometimes kill hunting parties that either kill or take hunting parties that found their way onto what they consider their land, but were not unreasonable and would usually well, you could, or if they caught someone there, were not unreasonable and would usually let us purchase prisoners back or offer something in trade.
Hashtag stop racial profiling now.
So yes, the doggy, as you put it, is from that region. You are correct. Very good eye, my lady.
Tips Fedora.
Stop. So,
Although in most cases,
I
it's a Shelby
cannot
who's
guarantee
gonna
what we will find up there, but I can tell you that there are many dangers. Survival will be an issue. You will want to make sure that you have warmth available to you. You will want to make sure that you are that food is available to you. There's not always going to be game to hunt, and those creatures that do tend to live up there tend to be the creatures that make their home in frozen places tend to be large and tend to be adept hunters, as the needs must.
Shane,
what?
We killed a giant beast at some point and turned it all into jerky. How much of that do we still have and can we bring?
I will... Which beast did you guys turn into jerky?
I can't remember,
It was
but
like a
wasn't
giant boar.
that long ago. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was like a big boar.
It was boring.
Oh, you guys ended up sharing a shit ton of that jerky. Like, Mrohy was giving that stuff away like it was Halloween.
Oh, I had like a bag of it. I wasn't giving it any of mine away. But I'm sure I've been eating
It was that boar that Mrohy killed, right?
Can we go? We should go. None of us can hunt, but we should go hunt some giant beast and get more jerky.
I mean,
speak for yourself. Aewen can hunt.
I've seen you summon a beast just out of nowhere. Can't you do it with food too?
Oh, on me? Yeah, probably.
Okay. That is not the worst idea I've heard, but
I could really only do that like maybe once a day at most. But
This
listen.
also gives us something to do. Shane. If you
Listen.
didn't have anything planned.
No.
yeah, if you
listen.
don't have anything planned, we could just kill a big fucking thing.
For our food.
Okay, that is fine. That is not a terrible plan. You will not be able to survive off of meat alone up there, much
What
less
else do I
salted
need?
meat. You will need something that will provide you with energy. So
Meat.
hot. I was going to say hard breads or other things. You will need something that will provide you with necessary. You want something that can stave off things such as scurvy, which is actually an issue up that far north if you are just eating meat. So I would bring meats, hard cheeses, breads, preserved fruits, sugars. Booze is not actually a terrible choice. It does have it is fermented sugars, which would be able to give you a lot of energy, but
It is a part of a
I would
breakfast.
suggest mead, but I would also suggest not relying on it too much, as it can dehydrate you, and
Knox.
melting the ice and snow is not always an easy task.
Knox, at those heights, it'll take us like a quarter of as much to get drunk.
Aewen being a vegetarian and has been her whole life.
Also, Knox completely understands science. He's like, of course, altitude is a big factor in getting me drunker.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Aewen will kind of take over
does
the
have a
nutritional
summon
prep
feast.
Or good berry or something. There's all sorts of food stuff. Maybe Mrohy. I don't know if the party's seen any of these food magics.
Are you
but I
talking
know
about
they-
heroic feast?
No, that's a
Heroic
different
feast
one.
is a big one.
That's a level 6 spell, I think. There's like
good berry, I think, is level
bountiful
1.
banquet.
There's all sorts of stuff.
How often can you do that?
It's a level 4
I do
spell.
believe there is a gold piece cost for that one.
Oh,
Nope. You need a turkey bone as a material component.
It does cost. It does take an hour to, or no, wait,
10 minutes to cast.
10 minutes to cast. Yes.
Duration 1 hour,
Yeah,
which
but
we'll eat quickly enough, I think. But that'll get us by,
Depending on. So here's the thing.
depending on what's happening. I mean, we should pack food,
should-
but that's something to fall back on. If we
we
have
should
a
still hunt and scavenge.
For a casting time that takes that long, depending on the conditions that you guys are in, that may be something that I make you make a concentration check for.
Mhm.
Just because like it's verbal, somatic, and material. So especially with somatics, I mean, we all live in North Dakota or Canada. Well, except for Thomas, he probably isn't as aware of this whole thing. You guys know how quickly your hands go completely numb out in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you're chanting for 10 minutes and trying to do somatic components during that time.
That's what gloves are for, bro.
Just
but
throw
like I said,
some
if
into
it's something where you
haversack,
guys
she can cast it in there.
Like I said, if it might be something that you guys want to talk about how to do, I'm not going to say that you can't do it. I'm just
I do have
saying
tiny hut. I can cast tiny hut, and that lasts. I mean, I'd have to prep it every day.
I was just gonna ask if somebody can create
Leomund's
shelter.
tiny hut, or it's called. I think it's just called tiny hut.
I don't think it's Leomund's tiny hut in Pathfinder.
No,
Mrohy
they stripped all the
has-
names off of those ones.
Oh no, we don't
Mrohy
have
has-
L.
So yes, that would take a
Never
third level spell slot.
Yeah,
just
and
gonna
that's like a
say-
really important slot.
Those are fireball slots.
Yeah, they're a lot of haste slots. There's a lot. I mean, fly slots. They're very important.
God,
levels,
third level really is just like overloaded with really good
most-
spells.
Just like the most important level. Even now, like, I can do 5th level spells, but it's still the 3rd level spells are the
Are the bread and
primo.
butter ones.
They still are, yeah.
I think Aewen, having been vegetarian her whole life, has had to take like special care with nutrition. So she's gonna try to take over like the food planning.
Yeah, if you want to make a survival check, you can.
I think
Ooh.
Mrohy could probably assist her with it, actually.
Mrohy
survival.
probably would not. Mrohy, it would probably actually be a good response to that.
I hate
Because
Yeah.
armies march on their stomach. You got to make sure that they are fed and ready to go.
For sure. So give me 2 seconds here.
You know,
I
we
hate
do
digital
Running
rock.
like
have.
a cart and stuff.
Yeah. I don't. Can we teleport a cart though? I don't know.
I
if
thought we were walking or something. I thought we were doing.
Yeah.
Not teleporting at all.
I do have an idea though. I mean, Bernie would
You can teleport to
know
the
this
base
at all.
camp, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
we do have access to anywhere we've been so far. So we want to get food from different places, say Milhithalis. Aewen would know the foods that are available there.
I want some good old Limbus bread.
Stock up on Lembas bread, or whatever. We
What
could
about that one
bounce there
guy
for a day.
in the desert area that had like the coolest food, where he would get like rare beasts and cook them?
Oh,
the
remember
meat
him?
shack out in the desert.
So we can do survival checks using her map to figure out how much we would need for the trip and try to just have most of that on a card or something.
Aewen would try to enlist the help of, having heard the story of the harrowing kitchen fight, would try to enlist the help of Mr.
Dude.
Flame Man. Or,
Mr. Dude.
Dude
Mr.
Inferno.
Dude Inferno.
Wow, that is.
That's pretty smart.
Aewen didn't piss him off like we did, so she does have a better chance of interacting.
And she's a pretty lady.
There you go.
Let
She's
me.
Zone of friendship.
She's the prettiest kind of pretty. The pretty girl that doesn't know she's pretty.
She has her own kind of
rolls.
magic.
The zone of friendship.
Zone
Zone
of
of truth, except it's a different zone.
It's a zone no one wants to be in. I miss Baby Driver. I think I could drive.
That's eye candy heightened to 5th level. Or something like stupid like that. Maybe dude's not into girls though. I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
He's just into his
knows?
craft.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, he's married
Okay,
to his,
you guys go to find Dude Inferno.
Oh shit.
he's just like intense about everything.
I don't think. Oh man, you know what I just realized? I don't think I have a. I don't think I have a
Skills for
token
him.
for either the prince or the king yet.
Hmm.
I've neglected to do that.
Well, we haven't exactly been in a map tile that have.
You
them
have
present.
Inferno's token, and that's
I
the
do.
one.
But as you
Magus.
guys show up to the kitchens, who all is going to the kitchens?
Aewen.
Is there
Just
meat
Aewen?
there?
I guess I might as well go too.
Is there booze there?
Yes, actually.
Would someone tell me
Sem
that?
and Habhab would be
Oh.
able to tell you that there's booze there.
Oh yeah.
Lots
Sam
of
told you
booze
immediately,
there.
I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's like, you have to come to this magical place.
I think out of respect or trying to cultivate respect, Halves will not enter the kitchen this time.
I think
but-
Sem would
but he
be
does wanna
excited to
let-
visit there again. She'd go with you guys.
He does want to learn about the flavor dimension at some point, but
The plane of flavor.
He's got to work up to that and then eventually get the coordinates to Flavor Town, and
Do
then
I-
he can go there.
Since I've lived in this city
Dude.
for a while, do I know who Dude Inferno is?
Make me a
Like, is
knowledge
he
local check.
Is he famous?
Celebrity shit.
Like, does he
Oh,
actually
maybe
go to
the
other
celebrity
restaurants and it boosts their?
Make me a knowledge local check.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to find the.
Has Dude
It
Inferno
might
ever
be
told
too rich
somebody
for
that
his
it's
blood,
gangster?
though. Might be too rich for
So
Knox's blood.
you have heard of Dude Inferno? You're like, no, yeah. I mean, he was like, he kind of made some waves for a while. Like you heard about him going to like some of the fancy places, in like cooking in some fancy places in some of the different districts, but
Like I've seen like posters of the name, but it didn't mean much
Yeah.
to me. Yeah,
yeah, because you're like, fuck, I'll never get to eat his food, whatever.
yeah.
But as you guys make your way to the kitchen, it is significantly quieter than the last time you remember it there. You do still hear pots and pans and things moving around, but it's not full of the hustle and bustle that you guys heard the last time you were here. As you make your way down the corridor and actually into the kitchen itself, you see Simon in just a plain sort of like white shirt, sort of unbuttoned down to the chest, sleeves rolled up. And it looks like you just see him kind of like cooking something. You see he's sort of like stirring a skillet, and he's kind of doing that thing where he's
He's doing the walk
flipping it
flip.
up.
You
It's
kill
like-
all the wait staff and
Oh.
fire dude.
Well, I didn't expect to see you all so soon after. Well, after
After
having my
attempted murder.
privacy so duly violated. mystery who that could be.
What are you talking about? What privacy?
Yes, indeed.
Aewen sniffs the air and goes, "Oh, that smells good. Who are you gonna murder today?"
I'm sure they probably would have told Aewen about that. Oh,
Sam would have.
No. If this were a production for somebody else, I'd have people here helping me. Usually, I like to make sure that it is entirely. People deserve a good last meal, and I like to provide that. Usually, that requires other chefs,
Don't believe me? Ask the dishes.
sous chefs and whatnot. I, on the other hand, am cooking for myself at the moment. And, well, quite healthily too. I need to keep my strength up. After all, I've got lots of questions to be asking at the moment.
You shouldn't.
Such
talk with
as
your
how
mouth
someone
full.
could come into my kitchen and cause such havoc, or how people could go missing in such a strange manner inside of the castle.
And
I don't
Sam's
think-
gone and Hab is gone. The two that were in the kitchen.
Sam is actually
Perfect.
there.
Sam's
She'd be like,
there.
Oh, Sam's there. Yeah, I guess Sam
yeah,
is.
like
Sam is
where's the fire guy? Oh, yes, I suppose he's rather conspicuously absent, isn't he? Strange that, I
no.
suppose.
We have to kill Prince Simon now.
Aewen goes, "Well,
That's-
he's kind of why we're here. So if he's not here, I guess we'll leave."
Can I roll a sense motive on this dude?
Yeah, go for it.
I think a lot of us could do that. Here.
Yeah, if anyone wants to help, that'd be cool.
I suppose I'll roll a sense
I
motive.
think
too,
I have to roll
and,
disadvantage on sense motives. Remember, right? Because I think
Wow.
that's my.
Not great
Drawback.
rolls.
Yeah, fucking digital rocks hate my guts, man.
Same, dude.
Oh man, you should have seen as I was playing on Thursday. It
I
was
was watching, and it was comical. Wow, these rocks hate us all. Fuck you, Simon.
okay. Sam is the only one that actually is able to read this, which is odd,
Jesus,
but
man.
Sam's like, what are you doing to the fire, mister? I couldn't imagine why you would think I would do anything to him. I mean, all that happened is that my kitchen, my tool for creation, was absolutely destroyed under his watch, and then somehow something of great importance to me was taken from the very next room. What reason would you have to think that I would be upset with him?
All I know is if my adorably murderous friend thinks that that you're doing something to the fire dude, then you're probably doing something to the fire dude. That's good enough.
What
for
did
me.
they take from the kitchen?
Does
If
this
you
mean
remember
we can
right,
hire him now? Can we hire Dude Inferno for the mansion now? Is that what we're hearing?
no, if you remember right next door to here in the dining room was where the entrance to the interrogation room.
Oh, I did not remember
All
that.
the cells. Yeah.
So yes, I have to keep my strength up. Like I said, there are many questions to be asked. And well, it does require. Sometimes these things can require delicate touch. Although I don't think this is one of those situations.
I need you to steal back.
Kid gloves don't work on me, mister. Well,
Aewen is here for Guy and for Dude Inferno. He's not here, so Aewen's gonna turn heel and walk away.
Before you leave, come here, please.
I guess Aewen turns around. I think it'd be like halting. He says before you leave, and she
Like, you're
stumbles.
from. I know. I hate to do this, but I know that with the other elf loss in his new fancy room, you're the only one I know of who has decent taste within this band of hooligans. Tell me, what is this missing? And he holds the spoon up to you.
I guess Aewen tries it. Why not?
What
do I need to roll?
I was gonna say, make me a. So, what does Aewen have in this situation?
Sense
Did you do
food.
knowledge nobility?
Perception.
I would say you
yeah.
could do a perception. Would be a good
take
one for that.
perception. I'll take that. I got good perception. Well,
Like a steep DC for the. I don't know. Depending. Maybe
Please.
Aewen cooks a lot. I don't know.
son of a gun. I mean, she does like some bush cooking, but nothing crazy.
Nothing like
Yes, but you
diamonds.
have you did grow up like not
In a noble household.
yeah, not like huge noble house like El-Anon did, but still a noble house. You're like, just you just like
What is
could
he
use a little
making?
bit more of a kick, like try some red pepper flakes or something. He's like, yeah, not a terrible suggestion. You may go.
Oh, good. Being ordered. Fun. Hey, do you know where Dude Inferno is?
Yes, I do.
Are you going to tell me?
I am here making my own dinner. I am already in a sour enough mood. I would kindly suggest that you take this the opportunity that presented to you.
And tell you to try red pepper flakes?
And leave the castle under your own locomotion.
All right.
Let's go.
Aewen's gonna try to find her way, I guess, to the castle's servants' quarters to see if she can't track down Dude Inferno.
You can make a diplomacy check
Diplomacy
to gather information.
Boy, I love this die. It loves me back. You can tell.
So far as you can tell, nobody's heard anything. Nobody's seen him in the past few days.
Bernie can
Aewen
help you
takes
out
this
with
chance
that,
to
too.
try out some choice swear words she's picked up from a
Can
few
I-
Carbineers.
Since I'm coming with her, can I roll intimidate just to help?
Oh, so Bernie knows how to talk to these people.
Give me an intimidate check.
He can be a smooth talker when he needs to be.
Where's my button? Normal. Boom. God, I'm rolling that garbage today.
So
Same.
yes, between the intimidate, more so the Bernie like coming along and like actually knowing the questions to ask. So far as you can tell, when the last time anyone saw Dude Inferno was him serving dinner to Simon that evening. As far as anyone can tell, he never came back out of that room.
I guess he's locked up somewhere, seeing as that's what he did with your friend.
Aewen
Odds
tries
are
out
that's where
some
he is,
harsher
too.
swear words. It's clumsy.
I mean, we can get food anywhere. I don't know why we're wasting our time with this, to be honest.
Well, I was hoping that he could help set us up some travel boxes.
You wanted him to make bento boxes for you?
Well, because I tried to roll for her ability to do nutritional planning, and obviously that fell flat on its dick. And so, Dude Inferno was a close like asset of information, and of course Prince Simon had to be all pissy because he's losing and we're winning, so he's got to take it out on the staff like a royal bastard.
Well, I suppose that's true. Yeah, so,
Not that I wouldn't put it past this party to be pissy if we're losing.
well, that is true. So yes, we, as far as like traveling goes, like you can buy travel rations that will do a pretty good job of making sure you have all of your nutrition.
Yeah, there's
Why
pretty
buy
good,
what you can get?
I was about to say there's pretty good, but then there's the plane of flavor travel rations. We could have had
You know what? I suppose
instead of,
that's true.
Instead of hardtack and jelly, we could have had some quote gangsta meals.
I mean, we do have staff that can prepare stuff too.
Yeah, but I also thought
It's kind of
it'd be
their
fun to go
job.
visit Dude Inferno again. I just want to see him again.
Right? Yeah. Whap whap.
And Shane thought it was a cool thought, but then so did Simon.
There
So
are
one-
different different rations that you can get.
I was gonna say one thing about this is that Mrohy can produce. He does have access to a spell called Create Food, but it is a 2nd level spell, which is.
If you guys just
So-
learn to eat human.
If you're not careful, Knox, you'll become what you eat. You're already halfway there.
There's also Create Drug spell.
Yes.
Let's make
I
some
know
drug
that.
squirt guns and go after Simon.
Wait, is there?
Yeah.
Jesse, we need to cook.
You cannot
I
cast
would.
it.
Oh. Damn.
Not till level 4 spells are unlocked for you. Sam can do it though.
So yeah,
Bards get it as a cantrip.
it's up to you how it is you guys want to do that. Like I said, you can always just buy rations and then flavor it however it is you want. But yeah, there's dwarven trail rations, elven trail rations, gnome, halfling, orc, and then apparently a wander meal ration.
What does that mean?
It comes with a toy.
Kinda.
Space rations.
No. The wander
Happy
meal
meal
ration, this tough dried cake, is a halfling invention made from flour, water, and spices. Water meal keeps for months without spoiling, travels well, and fills the belly.
It's
However,
spiced
eating it
hardtack.
for over a week without other nutrients requires the eater to make a daily fortitude saving throw or be sickened. The effect ends one day after nutritious food is eaten.
It's just spiced hardtack.
Kinda.
I've always wanted to try hardtack. I'm sure it's awful.
It's bad as far as I know. Apparently, rations. I don't know how long rations last in Pathfinder.
Depends what you
It
buy.
is intentionally left vague
Yeah.
for the GM to decide.
Months. Just basic is months.
Days, hours.
Yep. So,
So if we were to buy enough rations to last us for the length of the journey, roughly, how much would that be?
you guys don't know. You don't know how long it's going to take you.
A day's worth of food is 1 pound. 1 pound is 5 silver pieces.
How do we not know? Didn't fucking
And there's
Teresa
6
give us
adult,
a
so
decent
it's
outline
6
of where we're
pounds.
Could I
is there like
roll?
Day.
Could I roll a survival check to estimate how long it would take us?
This is
Yeah.
where that haversack comes in very handy. Just load it with food.
oh, Habs is completely full. Maybe other people's aren't so full.
You guys only have the
18.
2.
Yeah, or whatever ones you get. I know Habs doesn't have much room in his left.
So 18. So looking at the trail, you're
Even after
like,
he got rid of all of his scrolls.
I mean, this trail would take us a couple of weeks on foot, but like this is over tundra, which I'm gonna guess what with Maury's usual sort of choice of clothing is probably not something he's done a whole lot of. Well, you don't know that all of it's tundra. You know that eventually it does make it that way. So 2 weeks could be more, could be significantly more. You don't know if you're like going to end up in a blizzard, like hunkered down somewhere. So
Okay, so
Could
if
we make
bought,
a sled
probably.
and have
Are we gonna have
a
to learn how
large
to ski?
animal pull us?
That's a possibility.
We do have one of those at any given moment.
The only problem with that is that you guys are starting in a mountainous region. So getting that animal down the mountain might prove to be an issue.
No, we just
well,
eat
it's,
him
it's
at the
super
end.
easy when
Is
she
the
turns
animal.
into whatever she wants.
Well,
to be.
yes, that I
Oh.
figured.
It is
Well, she can
also
stay in
difficult.
wild
To...
shape for a long time. Can't
Also, we
she?
don't
She
need
can
an
stay-
animal to go down the mountain.
It is also difficult to get Sem to do anything.
We
really.
just leave. Yeah, we just teleport away.
It's true because we know Balin
She
will
can turn into large animals. She could be a moose.
She could be a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Of course, cold-blooded and cold climate.
I was going to say,
idea.
dinosaurs notoriously did not do well with ice and snow.
What are you talking about? They did great against ice and snow. It was the asteroid what did it.
Can she
I think
turn into
Seb
a
could
tauntaun?
also
just
like
in case?
summon. Well, she could like summon animals too. You know, like she could summon.
Yeah, summon spells
a
don't tend to
pack of
last that
wolves.
long, though.
That's true.
Like
How long
9
does
rounds
how long
or
does
something.
El's cart last? Not that I was
El's
with
not
us.
gonna
I'm
be
just
with
curious.
us though. Yeah, it lasted a long time. I want to say it was like an hour per
If it
level
gets
or
really bad, I'm
something.
cutting Mori open
Yeah.
and I'm living inside him.
Please God, no.
And I thought he smelled bad on the outside.
We can
Maury-
just buy like
Maury is not a Star
buy a
Wars
horse or
reference,
something
thank you.
and then eat him at the end or leave him.
Trail rations
And
on legs.
Mounts get shit on all the time.
Man, it'd be
Like,
really
it's
great.
just-
Who
not
gets
to be
shit on?
tracked Like a lobster.
Mounts and familiars and well,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
mounts.
So yeah, it's up to you. Like I will say that as you guys go on this trip, I will that being able to eat every day and keep your guys' strength up is something that will be tracked a little bit more than usual. Like
Shane's
most of the
playing
places that
Poison
you guys
Swamp.
have been so far have been like forests and other places where food is rather abundant and it would take nothing for especially your group full of like people who have like swashbucklers and druids and whatnot to hunt something, like track and hunt something.
So if I were to buy enough rations for 2 months for one person,
30 gold.
Is it 30 gold
30 gold
for 2 months?
for 2 months.
I mean, if you want
30
just
gold.
like regular rations, I think that's about what it is.
That is exactly what it is.
That's also a large volume of poundage.
It is half a gold per day.
Yeah, that'd be 60 pounds worth of rations.
So if we times it by 6, we did 2 months for everyone. I mean, Sem's like a gnome; she eats less or whatever. But it just like crude math, like it would
We,
be
would-
how
we
many?
would likely need some
times
sort of
60?
carrier.
Be 3,600 pounds. Is that right? No.
No.
No. We could find a beast.
It'd be 360 pounds.
Yeah.
360 pounds, which there should be like a horse or something that could handle that, or a couple horses, or
Can we put it in a pocket dimension?
we don't have one big enough.
You'd be if you guys
There
wanted to
is
get like a
summon
portable hole.
mount. If you want
How much
mounts,
can
you
a
can
bag
use
of
summon
holding
mount,
hold?
and those do last like more significant amount of
Bernie
time.
has that, or Sem
No.
has it, or something.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know El-Anon definitely had it. I'm missing his versatility already. We're just getting started.
Habs
Is
doesn't
there
have
a bag
that.
of holding that can handle that weight in Pathfinder?
So, a bag of holding 2 costs 5,000 gold pieces, can hold up to 500 pounds and 70 cubic feet.
Would
Yeah,
we
Brandon just
find
buy a
that in
horse.
town?
No.
What?
Habhab
What?
would make it.
I could make it.
Oh,
Yeah.
would
A
we
portable
find
hole?
that?
I'd rather just.
Or
No,
bag
I'd
of
the
rather
holding?
bag
just
of holding
buy a
too.
horse. Yeah.
Are you saying you
I'd
want to
rather
make
just
it
buy
because
a
it's
horse than a
cheaper? Because
cart,
I know an
but-
even cheaper method.
I mean, Aewen's got the
robbing
cash
magic
to
stores,
spend.
though, I don't think the Ring of Invisibility would hold up very well.
It's like robbing a gun
against the
store at
match.
gunpoint. I mean,
Yeah, it's-
Aewen's got the money, and I have no real major pressing
Habs can
interest
make
in
one.
something. Yeah.
It's a wondrous item, so
Yeah. Why don't?
And then everybody just ships their own gold in for 2 months of meat or rations, and
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Aewen
Yeah,
would
so 30
commission
gold.
Habs.
keep track it. We'll
30
just
gold
put it in that
for-
bag. But everybody keep track of their own, probably, just to.
Yeah.
we just
Yeah, I don't really
we'd
have
all
any
be
gold,
eating
so.
every day.
Yeah.
It would just be.
Would you be all right with that, Nathan?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Would you be all right if Aewen commissioned you to make that?
Well, Habs does that for it makes all sorts of stuff
Yeah.
for the party. So
And
it's just
that bag would come in handy in the future anyway.
a lot
'cause
of us
none
are
of my
kinda-
characters have had a pocket dimension bag.
a lot of us are kind of broke at the moment. I mean, Habs has a little bit of money, but I guess he wouldn't. He'd rather be.
No, like
but if you're
Aewen
willing
would
to, like-
Aewen would pay for the bag. Like
Yeah,
Aewen would-
okay, absolutely.
like I
yeah.
said, Aewen's got a lot of money on her at the moment.
How long is
And
that
no
gonna?
pressing-
How long is that gonna take you, Nathan?
I don't. I'd have to see how much it's worth and stuff, but it. How much?
5,000. Well, 5,000 gold pieces.
Is the that's like the market price? The full
Yep.
price is 5,000. So 45% of that. So I could do I think 1,000 or 2,000 a day gold worth. So it'd be
About 3.5 days.
You know, it doesn't. It wouldn't take too long.
Or
It's a
2.5
pretty cheap
days.
item. I'd
Alright.
I'd take 10 on it, so it wouldn't ruin any materials or whatever. If it's
Fair
not
enough.
an artifact, if it's not an artifact, halves can make it. So basically, if it's a wondrous item, because
Thanks for tuning in to watch this episode of How to Pack a Suitcase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does
Suitcase simulator.
Habhab have yeah, you have access to 5th level spells, right?
Yeah, and even if you can make magic items with even if you don't have this spell, it increases the DC by 5 for each thing you're missing. The only thing that's like truly required is like the item creation feat, which wondrous item is the thing that's the only thing that you can't.
Okay, well, you
not
tell
have.
me if you would be able to hit the DC by taking 10.
Honestly, I haven't made a magic item in a long time. I don't know what the numbers are.
Well, you can get back to me on that.
Yeah, that'd be like an off-cam thing, but Habs would have no problem making it. So.
Okay. Well, that being the case, it sounds like you guys are ready as far as that goes. Is there anything else that you want to procure before you guys set off?
Buy the rations, make the bag.
When I was looting, did I ever find a handy haversack just hanging around?
No.
Just a, dang it.
So you said it was.
Ella would have given you one.
What was
I can have yours?
So what would I end up paying for that bag, Nathan?
It is 45% of the price listed on the PFSRD. He has a trait that allows him
2250.
So
22.
Yeah.
Plus another 30 would make it 2280 for the rations. For my rations, at least. Is there anyone? Yeah, is there anyone that I need to cover for their rations?
I'll deduct 30 for mine right now.
I have enough
30
for rations. That's about all I have enough for. Burn didn't make a lot of money traveling around.
Gold. So I think everything's good, and everyone has like parkas and stuff now. I believe.
Yep, we're all good there.
Hey.
Okay. Well, that being the case, you guys have parkas, you have food, nothing else you think you guys need?
I don't have a lot of money, so.
Okay.
Like,
Well, then, you know what? I think we will call it for this evening. Like I said, there was one other thing that I wanted to do today, but we're not going to be able to do it. So, and it is just about 9 o'clock anyways. So I think this is not a bad place to go ahead and call it. But if you guys do think of anything else that you may want to pick up between now and next week, do make sure to let me know, and we will go ahead and take care of that at that point. But yeah, we will we'll leave off for right now, and hopefully we'll be able to finish what I wanted to next week and continue on with the adventure proper.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, if in fact you did. And
Bye, guys.
yes,
I wanted an adventure improper.
I was going to say good night and bad dice.